Hey, how's it going, guys? I figured I'd come at you today with a little helpful information for you. I know usually I come at you with how to fix your Xbox or how to repair your PS3 or little tips like that. Well, I figured, hey, why not help my guys out that might need a couple extra bucks, right? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the History Channel and the American Pickers and all those other shows, like even was it Pawn Stars, things like that. Basically what they do is make a living off of other people's stuff, and that's what I do, but I do that with video games, and that's my day job, right? So I just buy, sell, and trade video games and do repairs as well. But on the weekends and sometimes during the week, depends on if I have time or not, I actually go out and try to find things, like cool things. I'll go to pawn shops, and on the weekends we'll go to, me and my wife actually, we'll go to our local not a pawn shop, our local flea market. And our flea market, it's a small flea market, maybe 100, 200, 100 to 200 booths, depending on the weekend. More people show up, bad weather, whatnot. But anyways, I'm just basically coming around to saying, look, if you don't have any extra money after your paycheck, and you can't seem to put anything into savings or have anything, for just in case, I really recommend that you go online, and especially eBay, and look up a couple things. Just type in something you might think is cool at first. It could be a toy. Say you play with Power Rangers. Look up Power Rangers on eBay. Click on completed listings. And look by the highest bidding. That you go from highest to lowest. You can actually revise your your categories down to see what sells and for how much it sells. You'll be surprised. You find out some information that you'd be like, wow, really? I played with that when I was 7 and now it's worth $100. But then it just goes on from there. So especially, here's another tip. Get a smartphone. I don't care what kind of smartphone. And I know, yeah, sure, it's going to cost you an extra 30 bucks a month. This is what I got. This is a Droid X. These things are probably free with contract now, if they even still have them. But it does what I need it to do, which is basically look things up on eBay when I'm out shopping. So if I see something cool, like, let me give you a little. I went to the, see this here? It's called a Dynaflex. Now this is that local, what's it called? Thrift store. I got a thrift store out here. Then people just donate stuff all year round, and they help the homeless and things like that. Well, this little ball was $2. I'd never even seen it before, but it was brand new. So I had it on a hunch. I went ahead and did a research on eBay, completed listings. And nobody does auctions on these. They just do buy it now, and they start at 25 bucks. They rarely ever sell unless they go less than that. So I put it on eBay for 99 cents. And right now it's going for $18. I paid $2 for it. So there's an extra $16 in my pocket, minus eBay fees and things like that. But that's something you can get into as you go, and little by little. Start off with 50, not even 50, 20, 30 bucks, and go to your local pawn shops, your local flea markets, your local thrift stores, and look up stuff. They got stuff for $2, $3. And if you can't afford that, if you got internet, you can afford it. If you can buy a cup of coffee, you can afford it. Just do searches on your phone. You see something cool, you never know. If it looks old, if it looks in really good condition, if it's just something neat, check it out. It takes 5 seconds. All you got to do is type in the name and look up completed listings. And you want ones that sold, because people are asking for something that's different than what they're getting. I got another little thing for you. At the flea market, I saw this guy selling clothes. Usually I don't even look at clothes, but he also had some shoes. And on this table were these. I don't know if you're familiar with these, but these are called Vibram 5 Fingers. This is a woman's size 10. I thought he might be high on it, but I asked him, what do you want for these? He said $4. I didn't even haggle. I said, Cool. I bought them. Those brand new sell for $125. I guess he didn't know what they were or didn't care, but they're selling right now on eBay and they're about to sell for over $50. These are used shoes. People don't even wear socks with these things, but they're they're washed and everything like that. So, I mean, you never know. I mean, that's a profit. That's like 10 times what I paid for it, even minus the fees and everything. Also, use Craigslist too. There's another thing. A lot of people think Craigslist is skeevy or the people are weird. Yeah, you're gonna run into some weird people, and you're gonna run into some shady people, and they might be selling used, stolen items. But if you get a good deal, you get a good deal. You don't know if it's stolen or not. I mean, if it's a good deal, what does it matter, really? And use your bargaining power. A lot of times people don't have cash to buy stuff, or they're not getting people calling them and going, "Hey, I want to buy it right now." Usually it's people, offering way less than they want for it, or people trying to trade for stuff. You call them up and say, "Look, man, I got this much money. I want to see what we can do." And you meet up in a public area during business hours somewhere. You can probably get a good deal on something. In this case, this is a good thing. There's another new thing I can teach you. I bought an iPad at the pawn shop, and I paid too much for it. I paid, what did I pay? Paid a little over $300, about $315 for it. It was the original, and it was 16 gigs. I look up online now. If I could sell it for $350, I'm basically breaking even after fees and everything. So I put it out on Craigslist. I said, I will trade you for your iPhone. I'll trade you for even silver or gold. I had to add up 2 weeks. I didn't really need the money right away, but I was waiting for the good opportunity, because most of the people are offering me things that were worth less than the iPad. But with an iPad, the demand is higher than most things out there. So it's so popular. So anyways, I had a guy call me and say, "Hey, I got 13 pieces of silver." And by silver, he's talking about this. This is a silver round. It's a 1 ounce pure silver. At the time, the market alone was worth $33 a piece. It's about close to $400. So I said I took it. I was like, all right, $400 in silver. Right now, I'm selling each piece on eBay for over $40 a piece, and the market's only $33. I don't know. I think it's because they're a special type, a little more rare, silver round. Sometimes they're worth more than face value, depending on who made it or when it was made. People collect these things. You never know what you can make money on. If you're like, "Oh, poor me, I ain't got any money, I ain't getting paid." You can actually make a full-time job of this. Not at first. I mean, it takes a little while to build it up. I mean, I'd recommend having a part-time job at least to pay your bills. But I put an ad out on Craigslist last week, and I put it out for cameras, Polaroid cameras, and old electronics. And wouldn't you know, someone called me up, and they said they got an old Polaroid, the 1983 rainbow one. I put it up here somewhere, but which is cool. I gave him $5 for it. It's worth about 20. But he also gave me a RCA Victor portable radio. It's actually a battery-powered tube radio. It weighs about 5 pounds, and it comes with a little sack and everything. I don't think I have it with me right now, but I didn't find any doing a quick search on eBay, but I offered him $15. I don't know if it works or whatever, because they don't even make batteries for this thing. So I go ahead and I look for it on eBay, and it's sold, not asking, sold for over $162. And that's just from one ad. I made $150 just from typing a free ad up. So, I mean, the money's out there, guys. I mean, and don't just narrow it down to stuff you like to collect. Go out with a mindset of anything I buy, I need to make money on. Don't buy it if you can't make money on it. I've only been doing this for a year outside of my store. Now, my store, I've been doing video games and all that for over 10 years. But when it comes to eBay as a business, this is supplementing. I can almost make my own income on it. and not have to pay myself through the storm. And what's good about it is we're saving that money. We have it in a separate bank account. So I got my bank account for my bills, and I got my bank account for my eBay. So whenever we go to the flea market, we pull out money from the eBay, and we don't touch this account. We just leave that one account alone. And we only started off with maybe $500. And in less than 7 months, we got over $10,000 in profit. Which we're going to have to pay taxes on, by the way, which is another thing you need to know about for sure. You will be charged taxes, actually like an income tax or a profit tax. If you make over 100 sales per month or $5,000 in sales. And we blew that out of the water, so it's either 5 or 10,000. That's also something you got to budget for if you consider making this a business, or something on the side. Budget for the taxes. If you're going to buy something big, make sure you still have enough money to pay your taxes, which is about 15% of your total profit. So if you make $1,000 in profit, you're going to pay $150 in your actual income tax. And as far as we go, we're probably going to pay more like $2,000 just from our eBay stuff last year. So something to keep in mind is look out for that stuff. Oh, here's another thing I got today. I didn't get it today, I got it yesterday. Check this out. Yeah, it's costume jewelry. It's not real gold. It's made by Amrita Singh. I don't know a dang thing about her. But I was in Ross Dress for Less. My wife was shopping for something. And, just give me a second. Anyway, she was shopping for something, and I saw in a display case this cool looking necklace. Look it up, and they sell all day long on eBay. But there was no price sticker. So I asked the guy, I was like, how much is this? He had to whip out his book because there's no receipt on it or no barcode. $6. I know for a fact I'm going to at least sell it for $25. All I did was ask. That's all you got to do. Just go out there and ask, man. If someone's asking for too much, especially if you're at a flea market, you can talk them down. If you're at pawn shops, sometimes you can talk them down at pawn shops. But usually you got to be a regular customer there. They got to know you. You got to show your face at least twice a week. And you got to spend some money. But if you want to start small, start off with the pawn shop. Not pawn shop, sorry. The flea market. And then go from there. Bring $20 to the flea market. See what you can do. I mean, you might find some cool stuff. I found those shoes made $40. You just never know. I buy shoes, I buy electronics, antiques, costume jewelry. I'm not interested in jewelry at all. But people pay good money for fake jewelry. It's not even gold, no silver, and they'll pay you good money as long as you know what you're looking for. You just got to develop an eye for it. Just get on eBay and look up costume jewelry and see what's sold the most. When you start recognizing names, you're recognizing what to look for, what kind of condition, how old it might be. Me and my wife went to a thrift store last week, and they had a bunch of junk costume jewelry. We're looking through it, and we see this really old bracelet. I'll show it to you on here in a minute. It looked neat, and it had a patent number. Patent numbers are really helpful, by the way. They'll actually tell you when the thing was made. If you see a patent number, you can look it up. So we looked up patent number. Patent actually had a date on this one. It was so old. It's in 1876. The bracelet was $3. It's a little rolled gold bracelet with a little figure on it. They call it mourning bracelets. We sold that for over $132. So just get out there, man. Don't sleep in on Saturdays. Get out to the flea market. When you're comfortable with the flea market, put some ads on Craigslist. When you're comfortable and you know what you're looking for, even if you don't, use your phone to look it up. This is just a little tip. I mean, why would you not want to make an extra $100-something a week, even? That just multiplies. So you make 100 one week, you roll that, you spend that all on stuff, and you make 200. You want to at least double your money, and then you make 300, and then you double it up to make 600, then you make 1200. It just keeps snowballing if you do it right and don't touch it for your personal stuff. And eventually you'll have a little nest egg so that you can, not have to worry about bills or being late or if your car breaks down, things like that. Because everybody knows, man, the way the economy is, you got to find any little way you can to make money. And I'm telling you, it's there. You just got to look. So, if you guys want to have any questions, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and post a couple little results on here. I'll show you some of my stuff. Alright guys, there's just a couple more items that I was telling y'all about. This Apple iPod I paid $85 for. Sold for $123. I didn't do too good on that one. Galaxy Tab, I got a really good deal on this. That one I got for $250. Sold for $410. This is that ball I just showed y'all. Grip strengthener, I paid $2 for it. $15, you say, what's the big whoop? But that's just one. I do that over 100 times, I got $1,500. You gotta see the big picture. There's those silver rounds I was telling you about. Sold those for $40 a piece. This bracelet, looked it up while I was at the flea market. They sell for over $80. I paid about $20 for it. Got it for sold it for $86. There's a bunch of silver. Don't really look at that. These watches here. Let's see if I can show them. These Snoopy watches. Got them for $10. Sold them for $35. Where's those shoes I was telling you all about? Let's see. Yeah, I already sold the shoes. The other things that are cool on here. This Samsung, this exhibit. I got this for $80 from a dude who bought it. Got it for free on contract. So he was happy with that. I'm selling it for over $255. That was from a Craigslist ad. And yes, he did come to my shop. So that is one little advantage I have, is I have a shop. So it still doesn't give you an excuse to not get out there and try. What else we got? Camera's about to die here. Where'd those shoes go? I know you're on here. There they are. Right there. 5 fingers, $45. I paid $4, guys. Plus shipping. So get your asses off your couch. Stop using excuses. And go make some money. This is Gamer Guy. Peace.